And this guy born just across the Hudson in the Bronx, Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So they'll to about the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Barkley, inside handoff. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get
Yo. This is what we doing.
Saquon Barkley running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Okay, see? Love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Sure. Yeah, you got the camera. Yeah, I got it's right there. Look, see it in the top corner right in the home. Okay.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
What you stand at?
Effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On third down, Barkley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Barkley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He's going to get it running right, and he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
I smell someone just in there somewhere, bro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Hey, yo. DeAndre, it's in the mud room. Yeah,
good
check
starting
the mud
field
room.
position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Clock now on first down. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
On second down, here's Locke. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
That's what you want? You got the money? Yo. Oh, yeah, this is.
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, for sure that. Oh, for sure that. Yeah. This understood. Understood this. This was
so a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. On to give, it's Tracy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
That's driving.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
That's how you do. I'm going on your thing, bro. I'm not on Richmond take over this shit. You need to make your 20 count, man. I can make your 20 count.
2nd and 10.
I just can't log. I tried to log in. We're gonna make a new one.
That's YouTube?
That's YouTube.
Oh, switch that be lit.
You see it.
Daddy
You see it.
Daddy bring that and the game be a little smaller.
Darius Slayton.
That's how I said on camera.
And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds.
I see you.
Homeboy can't handle me. I got him. I'm playing him on live. I don't know if he can go to it. I don't know how to let him know.
Yeah, I bet that up a little bit.
I don't think, not about you start posting it on Facebook.
You got half your fans.
I knew my own show. I'm a killer. Start sharing to your Facebook.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. of bounds across the 25.
That's it, man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game.
That one out wide and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 19-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Peace.
Welcome back now.
Peace. I can't hear you.
For the 4th
Can
quarter,
you hear me?
with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Yo, watch out, bust him up. Yo, watch out, bust him up.
Pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I'm gonna bust him up right now. You see the score, right?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for them, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception.
Nice.
So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker,
to do
isn't
something
it?
else, man.
I mean, that's the tough part for them
I
and
need
for
some
him
help.
because, yeah, things went really
I need
well
some
that
help.
first one,
This
not so
dude
well
is
on the second
nice.
one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Lock. He'll get this complete to the rookie 1st-round pick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45.
Let's go. You okay? You okay? Whenever you're ready.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
The Queen just came in. I gotta do. The Queen just came in. Where y'all at?
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. They'll go again with Tracy.
Let's go.
44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision.
Oh, yeah, I'm nice. Oh, yeah, I'm nice.
And you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
Woo!
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now to the air, Locke. catch made by Slayton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. On the run is Tracy. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback.
You don't need to ask who am I.
Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he's brought down just outside.
He think he got me, but I'm nice.
2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Locke. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, an 11-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
And the Giants are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
There's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And it is caught. They get the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Hurts fumbles it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, he's going to quit. He's going to quit.
They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, he's going to quit.
Side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important.
He's going to quit.
Kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for what reason.
He might as well play the game.
In the NFL.
He might as well play the game. Anybody want to play me? You see where I'm at. Anybody want to play me?
What year was that?
Go.
1978. I think it was.
Got him. Got him. I'm him.
Before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want.
I'm him.
Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this a 9-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
I'm him, baby. Anybody want to play me? Anybody? Anybody?
They'll come up first.
Anybody?
Here.
I'm him.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll get this one complete. That's
It's
A.J.
over.
Brown.
It's over.
Past the 45 before being tackled.
I'm him.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York
Next.
Giants. And it took a big
One more.
quarter to do it, but
One more.
they got the job done.
One more.
Bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious
If they don't quit.
those few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans.
I'm him.
As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on.
You want to see the record? Let me see if I can show you the record. All right, let's see. Let's compare stats. I'm him. He ain't nobody, y'all. Look at that. What's my record? 500. My wins is 500. What? My losses. And the only reason why I have that many losses because when I first got the game, he ain't nobody, y'all. Look at that. What's my record? 500. I just started just playing, just to play. I gotta go in my playroom, but I got a small game in here, so I'm just playing in here right now. But if you want to play me,
EA Sports coverage
look
of the
for my
National
name.
Football League comes to you from
I
Ford
sent you
Field
a
here in
request.
downtown
You
Detroit,
want to play
Michigan.
me? Who is Detroit? All right, let's make him quit. Let's make him quit. We're going to make Detroit quit.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Ford Field. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back,
You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be
Y'all
true.
want me to play now? Okay, I'm
Still,
gonna play
to
now.
this day, they want to run the football.
Oh,
They
he
want to
think
fire
he
out
good.
and hit people
He
across the
think
line of
he's
scrimmage, and they're
good.
clearing space.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
He's nervous.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll run here with a rookie. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down, here's Tracy. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 9. Block going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. In motion, Slayton. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 43-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. 6-0 our score after 1. Block now on first down. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive.
Ow!
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm
trouble,
strength
y'all.
and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to.
Gold is in trouble.
Quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Goff. And that's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed.
He won't grab the ball, man.
Sometimes
Come
you
on,
want to keep the
man.
quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you
Come
want to flush.
on, man.
I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
He got a decision to make, and he taking too long to make a decision.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates.
If I was him, I'd take the field goal too.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bates' kick is good. and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They'll go for it. It's Locke.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And some room to maneuver.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Hey, listen, I'm playing you on YouTube. You on YouTube. Yeah, you on YouTube.
Now Locke. And this is going to be intercepted.
How do you feel?
Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like
powerful
that, it
show.
really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use
Powerful
the expression
show,
NFL
_S.
open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Powerful show, _S.
Goff on 1st down.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that pitch at all.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that.
My camera worked, so I said, let me go on. Yeah, I got TikTok.
On
It's,
second and 10. Gone.
let me.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Let me get this interception, and
His
I tell
guys
you.
are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
Now, what you say your name is?
Line of scrimmage.
Hard_32. Okay.
$38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here's Locke.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
To throw it is Locke. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. They look to throw. It's Locke.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Locke looks to throw it again. That's complete to Slayton.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before break here. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
TikTok gaming live. Gaming.
Yes, we can hear that, but I couldn't hear the
Looking. I can't find it, bro.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
You see me?
From the gun, it's Locke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
His throw incomplete.
Okay, yeah, that's why I turned
This
away
drive was
from it.
almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Block now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. In motion, Slayton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
That was a busted
Boy, a real
play.
head scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Goff looking to change the play. Going up the gut, Montgomery trying to run inside, but nothing there. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Goff now looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Wright. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run with Wright. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Brock Wright, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side. After a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah, what's your record?
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
In motion, Slayton. Hyatt there to grab it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted.
How the hell?
So Davis
what
picks
the?
it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll run with Gibbs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now they'll audible to something else. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
They'll hand it to Tracy. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Now Locke, got to have this one. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover.
Yo, today you cheated me. Yo, bro. Yo, make sure we follow each other, bro. I want my rematch.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his goal line here, Goff. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Here's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. And he's got his man. It's caught for a line.
Yo, go ahead and show off now. Yeah,
Jamison
show off.
Williams, 31
Show
yards.
off. Show
and the
off.
Lions up the lead to 4 scores now
Show
here in this
off.
fourth quarter. This time, the extra
Show
point
off.
opened
You can
good.
see my
And
plays.
this one
That's
was
what
over
it
a
is.
while
You
ago
can
as
see
they
my
just
plays.
add on to that big lead.
That's what it is.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I believe me. Nobody never stops me, man. I can't be stopped when all of a sudden I can't make a touchdown. I got you, big guy. I got you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Not this good. Oh,
And his
shit.
throw is incomplete.
At this
Nah,
point in the
you ain't
game,
that
they've got to continue to try
Give
anything
me
they
a-
can. They're still working at
Wait till I
it,
get
even
my
though this one
rematch.
feels like a lost cause.
Until I get my rematch. We see how
Here's
good
second
you
and
are.
10. To throw again. Lock. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here's a 2nd and 8. He has Hyatt over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Get
So
the
he gets
fuck
too
out
far
of
beyond the
here.
line, and that's an easy call for the
For
official.
real? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Block working out of the gun.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th
Okay.
interception. And the
Okay.
Lions are going to take over here
That's
at
okay.
their own 22-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have
That was,
another interception on the
good.
defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this
I'm
one,
been a
Charles, turns
Giants
to
fan,
gold.
Nick
And
fan
they have to be
too.
awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It
Nick
helps seal away
fan
one of their
too.
best games of the season.
Throwing now, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From all the way up at the 38 now
Did
after
you
a
turn
good
the
start
ball
to the
over?
drive.
You didn't even turn the ball over
Now
yet,
an
huh?
audible here into something else. Now Goff on first down. That is caught by Laporta. Look at the big man rumble. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Wow.
Coaches come into a game preaching total team effort.
Wow.
This is the type of game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL,
I ain't say all that, man.
like we've been watching here, and when you go back to the
I ain't say all that,
to the
man.
tight end, it's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
On first down, Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Ifitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Goff going to shift him around. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Nobody does this to me.
That's caught, and he will not make it to the goal line. As his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants.
This fucking guy.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let me take this field goal to get the
now the
fuck
Giants
out
will
of here.
use the second of their 3
Oh,
timeouts.
word?
As the clock
What
will
y'all
stop
doing
with
in
34
August?
seconds to go in the game.
What y'all doing in August, but okay, that's
On
what's
first
up.
and 10,
What y'all
here's
doing,
Locke.
sir?
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards.
Okay,
And it'll
Buffalo.
be second down. Looking to throw. Locke. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the
Damn
touchdown.
right.
But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile
Nobody
about
never
it.
zips me,
So they
man.
will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Nah, now I gotta run
Not
it
very
up your
nice,
nose
is it?
and
No,
shit.
but they haven't been very nice on
Yeah,
offense.
not
It's been a
bad,
struggle.
man. Not bad, man.
Lock going to try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep
No, I
fighting.
didn't.
Here comes the onside kick.
I'm getting the ball back now.
Oh, were the Giants able to recover? Yes. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Lock. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
You got time. You got
From
time.
the gun on 3rd down. Lock.
You got time. Come on, man. Reach for the...
It's open.
Oh,
Give it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near
Yeah, I want my
midfield
rematch,
at the
bro.
49-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football
Think you
for the
got
final
lucky.
moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying.